In this video, I'm going to show you all of my most used products throughout this entire year with my dogs. Some of them are food-based, but I'd say about half of them are not, and it depends on the use that I have with them. So I'm going to start with the food-based ones, take you guys all through that, and then we're going to move on to the other ones as well. I've got links to almost everything in this video down in the description below. This is great if you're holiday shopping, Black Friday shopping. Getting some of this stuff on sale is really advantageous. So if you're looking for some new stuff, new enrichment based items for your dogs, I've got a whole mix bag for you, so let's jump right in. So food based enrichment toys, really the most popular kind of enrichment, although I'm not just going to be talking about puzzle toys, but also a variety of different things. But I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. In terms of the treats that are my preference to use for enrichment based toys and training is Happy Howie's soft meat roll treats. I'm going to talk about these later in the video, and stay tuned because I've got a discount code for you guys for this holiday season if you want to try these or gift them. They make awesome gifts, so stick around for that. Okay, so first on my list are puzzle bowls. Puzzle bowls have been my go-to this entire year with my dogs. Now that I've got two dogs, I actually am tending to steer more away from a lot of the roller-based toys. I'll still use those on occasion, and I still like them. I still really enjoy those. And a lot of times if my dogs are separated in the house, I'll let them work on those individual toys. But what was happening was when they were together, Fen would roll his over to Wrigley, and Wrigley would roll hers over to Fen, and inevitably someone would lose out and end up with two toys with one dog with no toys. So I would constantly have to kind of monitor that, and that's not exactly what I'm looking for. So stationary things like these puzzle bowls are perfect. I've actually literally got an entire bin of puzzle bowls. I've made an entire video breaking these down into all of the ones that I have. So if you're curious about that, all of these are my favorite. I rotate throughout. Some of them I find a little bit more tricky to clean, but I still love. Like this one is awesome for Wrigley. It's a harder, well, it's not hard, but it's a harder level toy that she really has to like get into to get the food out of. This one just is a little bit of a pain in the butt to clean. So keep that in mind, is there's a little extra cleaning step, but puzzle bowls are my absolute favorite. I also, so I feed my dogs out of these, but I also have been really enjoying, more so in the summertime, I will fill these with bone broth. And I'll actually take a Happy Howie's roll, and since it's a soft roll on the inside, I'll put it through a grater and I'll grate shreds of it into the bowls with the bone broth in it as well, and then freeze it. And then I can go and give that to my dogs, and it could be any one of these, but usually ones that fit in my freezer are going to be ideal. And then it's an enrichment bowl, frozen bowl for them to work on, and it usually lasts like 30 to 40 minutes with my dogs, and it's awesome. It's good stuff for them. So that's another way that I have been using the puzzle bowls. But that's been my favorite method of actually feeding my dogs, is out of those bowls. And it definitely is more effective, I feel, for my two dogs. Along with that, every single week I will stuff different stuffable things. I'll throw a couple pictures up here, but like a Kong, I've got a couple Westpaw Topples. I've found some really random ones that are either like Soda Pup brand or some random brand that I found at my local shop, but different fun, interesting things that I can stuff inside and then freeze and give to my dogs to work on later on. One of those things that Fen actually prefers are licky mats. He definitely has a harder time with stuffable items. Those are more so for Wrigley, except the Westpaw Topples are a little easier for him. Licky mats are his jam. I switch out what I put in these, what I load with them. I've got these soft rubber ones. I've also got these hard plastic ones. I really like these, although Fen likes to throw these around whenever he's done with them, so that's a thing to watch out for. But these are super nice, super easy. I will, again, load these and then stick them in my freezer. Same with my Kongs and my Topples and everything else, and they're good to go to just pass out through the week. So this is a weekly thing. Same thing with the rest of the frozen items that I've got in my freezer right now. I'll pass those out on a weekly basis to my dogs to work on. on, and that's maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That's their enrichment for at least part of the day. So I really like stuffable items, and I highly, highly recommend. I think everyone should have at least 1 or 2 in their household. If you want to be crazy like me and have 20, it's really handy to stuff those things on like a Sunday evening, and then you're good to go for the week. As a Happy Howie's official training partner, I want to talk about their soft meat roll treats. This one right here is the turkey. They've also got lamb and beef as a flavor. I like the options of all of these different kinds. I've got a picky eater myself, so what I find to be really helpful is giving a mixed bag essentially of a bunch of different flavors. If you combine all of these, it keeps your dog's interest for a little bit longer. I also prefer that these are really soft. That makes them a little bit more high value to my dogs. These are perfect for enrichment based toys. They come in a big log like this, and when you open it up, you can cut and customize the exact size of treats that you need depending on the enrichment toy that you're using. So for example, if you're using a little puzzle bowl and sprinkling different treats into here, you're gonna probably want smaller size treats, versus if you're doing a toy bin scatter, you're gonna wanna have larger chunks of treats in there. Same thing goes for any other enrichment type toy. You can customize the size of the treats that you're cutting up, which really makes this perfect for using with food-based enrichment items. It honestly is my go-to. Yes, I'm working with them, and they are an awesome, awesome, awesome small company, but this is my treat preference in general anyways. Last year, this was actually my treat of choice when it came to gifting treats to my dog training coworkers. I know that they all have dogs and we all need treats, so these also make a fantastic gift. I always love when I get treats as a gift. Maybe that's a weird dog trainer related thing, but I personally really enjoy that because that means I don't have to buy treats for myself, which can be really, really expensive. So giving this as a gift to someone in your life that is either a dog trainer or a really big dog enthusiast or is just needing some treats for their dog, this is a very thoughtful gift. And it comes in, like I said, a bunch of different flavors. You can also get this in various sizes. This is the largest size, it's 2 pounds. And you guys can see it's pretty large. This is a whole lot of treats. It also comes in sizes 7 ounces and 12 ounces. So you can kind of take your pick, search around on the website, figure out what's gonna be best for you. But those are some of the reasons that I really like these treat rolls. And around this time of year too, they just make a really good gift. And I think it's really thoughtful for those dog people in your life. Happy Howie's was super awesome, and for the holiday season they're giving me a little bit of a discount code for you guys. So if you're looking to purchase one of these, you can use this one-time code to get $5 off your purchase of trying out. If you want to try all 3 flavors, now's the time to do it. Beef, lamb, and turkey, you can get $5 off your purchase order up through January 1st. So if you are interested, you're buying gifts this season, you're buying for yourself, trying to get a good deal, this is the deal that is available, and it'll come and it'll go. So definitely use it if you're interested. Like I said, I really, really highly recommend these. I've been using this company long before I actually started working with them. You guys know I would never advertise something to you that I don't use personally and have used for a really long period of time. And this company is amazing. They're really awesome. Give them a try and help support an awesome, awesome business this year. My next one are chews. Chews are fantastic forms of enrichment. That's actually currently what my dogs are working on as I'm filming this right now. They are currently working on these frozen raw marrow bones. I really like these for my own dogs. They're really healthy treats for them. They're long lasting. This lasts usually 40 minutes for my dogs to work on one of these. It's also really awesome at cleaning their teeth. So these ones that I have are beef marrow bones. I think they're actually working on some bison marrow bones. This is really my go-to treat if I need to be on a virtual meeting, especially. I will pass these out. I'm filming right now and the dogs haven't really done anything today, so I'm keeping them occupied while I'm filming. This is my go-to high value chew for that. I also have been really utilizing a lot of beef tracheas throughout the year. This is just a big bag. It's a local company that I picked up at my local pet shop here, and it's just a whole bunch of tracheas in a bag. I will also stuff these and freeze them for my dogs to work on, but these are really easy to just grab and pass out as chew items. I also have on many multiple occasions throughout the year bought different yak chews. These are awesome. They're good for puppies as well. If you guys have puppies at home, they're actually, when the dog starts to chew on them, they soften in their mouths. So it looks hard, but it does soften when the dog works on them. So those are really awesome. I also have been really liking these Tremenda discs. I just picked up a few new things today, so I'm showing you guys. This one is just beef bladder, essentially, and it's just a giant disc. My dogs love it. I wouldn't say it's a super long-term, long-lasting chew, but this is definitely up there with my favorites. I also have been loving these beef cheek rolls. Red Barn makes this one, but there's several other ones, brands out there as well that make this. It's a good, like, all-natural, long-lasting chew, in my opinion, for my own dogs. So this one is rolled up. You can get them flattened out, but I really like these beef cheek rolls. The other thing that I'm not giving out right now, but I do really like, Wrigley has 2 cracked teeth that she's going in to get fixed, so she's not allowed to have this right now, but this is a worked on kind of gross one, but just to give you an idea, beef or buffalo shin bone. It comes with all this like tendony stuff your dogs can work on and chew off, and this bone is fully intact. Whenever my dogs get down to this stage of it, I usually throw this away so they can't continue to work on it. This is not something I'm passing out again with Wrigley's cracked tooth, but this is something that I really like. It's another awesome long-lasting chew, and like I said, this has been worked on multiple times, and there's no splinters in it. I don't find that these splinter at all, and if you're starting to get some like rough, sharp edges, kind of like this one has now, that's when I just toss them and buy some new ones. But this is awesome. Again, if you need to jump on a Zoom meeting or something, give your dog long-lasting something to work on. That's another one of my go-tos, and usually a regular that I have in my house. Other thing is bully stick. This is just a bully stick. It's just a good staple thing to have. Fen gets actually really bored with chews, so the reason I have so many of them is so I keep it interesting, keep it different for him, but this is just a 12-inch bully stick. And you can buy these at pretty much any pet store. Sometimes Amazon has really good sales of these, so keep an eye out for that. Maybe for Black Friday, they'll have some sales. That is the majority of the chews that I tend to prefer. A lot of times I'll get a random one, but those are the staples that I keep coming back to. So there you guys go. Another food related one is the empty peanut butter jar. I first make sure it's safe for your dogs to have. Most peanut butters nowadays are, but I will save the very end of, oh my gosh, and I'm throwing it, the very end of the peanut butter jar, and I'll give this to my dogs to work on. This is a supervised activity though. I do not leave this with them when I'm not home, just in case their nose were to get stuck in here. Little safety note there. And I will also unwrap the paper that is around this as well, and don't give them the lid. So that's something that I really like to do, but I would monitor it. All right, the next thing I've got is Snuffle Mats. Snuffle Mats are just a really nice, easy way to give your dog a way to use their nose. My dogs get some different wet components in their meals, so I actually don't use this for meals, and that's a big reason that I also just use the puzzle bowls as well, as their food contains some extra components that are not dry. So I don't use Snuffle Mats for that, but I will again take some of these Happy Howies treats and I will cut them up pretty small at this point. If your dog is new to a Snuffle Mat though, larger treat chunks are going to be good initially. Sprinkle that in there. My dog has to use their nose in order to find the treats. It's a really easy one to put next to me. Again, virtual meeting. I know a lot of people work from home. Virtual meeting, and I can just keep delivering treats into here until my dog gets a little bit tired. I've also got got this one. They come in a bunch of different shapes, sizes, all of the different things, so that's really fun. Similar to the Snuffle Mat, the other thing that I'll do is take my dog's toy bin, which is over in the corner currently, and I'll sprinkle treats in it. If I've got nothing else to do with them, I'll toss a handful of treats in and let them snuffle for those treats out. You can also use some empty boxes, especially around the holidays. You can toss a bunch of treats in a whole set of boxes that you're gonna throw out anyways. Double recycle, that can be really advantageous. In terms of the non-food based related gear, I'm sitting on one of them and you're sitting on the other one. I've got some different platforms. I use platforms for a lot of different things. I use them for training, both with food and with toys. I use them a ton with Fen if I need my dogs to just move and station on something. I've got this one over here that's more of like a wobble type board, so that's a lot of fun to work with, a lot of balance type stuff. Use it randomly during a training session, things like that. You guys are sitting on my climb platform, and I've got these two are Kato boards. I'm sitting on another Kato board. I'm gonna put pictures up so you can kind of see what those are, but I use platforms for so many things, and they're just super useful. I'm gonna make a whole nother video here soon talking about what I use platforms for, what they can be helpful with in training, all of that good stuff. Next thing is the Flirt Pole. I don't have it out right now because if I took it out, Fen would immediately drop his bone and he'd want to immediately go play with it because it's that exciting to him. I'll put some video in here of him playing with the Flirt Pole, but I really like the Flirt Pole because I do training with it as well. It's a great enrichment, training, and exercise tool that I have used a ton, and we've actually gone through several Flirt Poles. I have one that I like specifically that I'll link in the description below, but if you have a toy motivated dog, that can be super awesome. The other thing along with that I don't have all of it, but if you buy some new tennis balls in the like jar that they come in, the plastic jar, give your dog the jar, unseal it, and then put the lid back on and give your dog the container with 3 tennis balls in it. That is a puzzle toy for Fen, a very ball motivated dog. Wrigley could care less about it, but I really like that as an enrichment item for Fen, and it's super cheap. That's what I plan on getting him for Christmas, is just a bunch of loaded, basically puzzle toys with tennis balls in there for him. That's an awesome non-food related, but toy related enrichment item for him. Okay, the next thing is this Scratchboard. I have a video on how I made this. I made this one myself, but I'm including it in the enrichment type items because it's training. It's training, which is enrichment for your dogs, and my dogs actually have a lot of fun with this one, and it does a service in taking care of their nails for me, which is really, really nice. So this is something that I highly recommend looking into, and I've got a whole video on how to make one. All right, the next thing is my Canicross gear. This is the gear that Fen wears whenever he goes running. This is a harness just specially designed for him being able to run forwards and have tension on his back, and it's not going to harm him in any way. This brand is Nonstop Dogwear. They're super awesome if you're looking for Canicross or bike joring type gear with your dogs. If you want to get active, go and check out their website. They're really, really awesome, and this is Fen's harness. All right, the last thing is cones. I've got some Cavaletti poles. That's a great agility, conditioning, training, enrichment exercise that I do a lot with my dogs. You can also use these cones to hide treats under and allow your dogs to find them. I've got some other cones back there that I do that as well. I'll show you what this looks like all set up, but it's an awesome enrichment activity that I use a ton this year. All right, that's everything that I have. I'm sure that there's some smaller things that I'm leaving out, but I hope this video was helpful for you guys. These are all the things that I have used the most in 2023, and if you're looking to purchase anything, all of the links will be in the description below. Don't forget to get $5 off of your Happy Howie's soft meat roll treats. Take advantage of that, and I will see you guys in our next video.